battling each other or having it difficult. Of the two, who did you feel was the stronger artist when you look at the craft? Crawford, Davis.
Bette Davis.
Do you think Davis actually took on a challenge with more rules that challenged her as an artist?
I think as she got older, she got really campy, and that was nice.
That was in the last one with Crawford.
No, as she...
Even others.
Yeah, the one with Peter Lawford, I forget the name. With the dog and his killed people.
You know, everybody has to watch Trying to Stay Young and over. People say to me, "Why don't you have your face? What about your eye? Don't you want to get rid of these little circles?" I say, you know something, that's who I am, and I'm not going to go under the knife or go in and do all that stuff. I can't be bothered by it. And I watch all these people, and I see actors that get to be certain age, and I'm not sure what happens to them. And you say something about
Faye Dunaway.
Faye Dunaway, they stretch to pieces.
But, you know, Diane, I was saying to the audience before the film, in many ways, this is a film about aging and time.
Actually, you're right.
And Joan Crawford is being very honest about she is an older woman.
Yes. And her coming and being that simple, plain woman with the white hair.
Yeah.
You know, I
And there's an honesty in that, and she's beautiful as an older woman.
Beautiful. As an older woman.
As an older woman.
Let me tell you a quick story, departing Foster. I produced a series called Woman of Substance. I don't know if any of you saw it. With Deborah Kerr and Liam Neeson and Jenny Seagrove and 115 actors in England. I was there every single day. I produced it, I raised the money. I still own 2/3 of it, and it's in England. It's now finished its run. And I don't know what to do with it next, but it's still there, and it's 40-some years later. I had an experience about aging with Deborah Kerr. Wonderful, wonderful actress. In fact, I had to make a deal between two agents in different rooms at the same time. I believed that I should double Deborah from being the older Deborah, Emma to the young Emma. And I got Jenny Seagrove, who I thought looked a little like Deborah, and I wanted Deborah Kerr to be the star. So I had two agents on both lines in rooms, and I had to make a deal with both. If one had said no, I didn't know who I was going to get, because I saw everybody in Hollywood. I saw the girl who was married to the actress from England who was on the TV, CBS series. Wonderful actress, Seymour. Jane Seymour wanted it. Lynn Redgrave wanted it. I saw them all. I had tea with them, lunch, everything. They all wanted to play Emma. And I knew Deborah Kerr was the one, and I thought Jenny will be the young Emma. I cast them both. We had to cast Deborah Kerr's children as they grew up through the series, 6 hours. So it came, and I had to pick these actresses. When Deborah and her makeup man saw the actress I picked for her daughter, her oldest daughter, when she was shooting, she told the makeup man, "Tell Diane that I do not want that actress to play my daughter. She looks too old for me." But I said, "But we have to get Deborah to let her hair be whiter at 80 years old and have her natural, more natural, to be her older self, because we can't have her looking as young." But I cast them based because they're good actors and they look like they could be part of the family. Well, I got the message that Deborah was deeply disturbed that this one actress was going to play her daughter in the scene, the last scene in the movie, in the series. And I cast her, and she was showing up. I left a message. This is an example of misunderstandings. I left a message on a machine for the actress not to come in the following day to film. There was a concern and a problem. I'm in my apartment or flat in London. I get a call, the actress is here, ready for makeup. I raced to the studio and I had to tell the actress, "You're not in the scene, you can't shoot the scene." This poor woman was so distraught, but she didn't get the message the night before. And believe me, I suffered so with that mistake. That I learned such a lesson. You have to make sure that she showed up in makeup. And we had 2 actresses. I had one younger that I had to cast. They both showed up to play the same part, to play Deborah's daughter. And I to this day say to myself, Deborah Kerr wanted to stay young. And it was my first example of someone who didn't want to be the age she was supposed to be playing in the movie.
It's just the opposite of Joan Crawford, really. The opposite. Joan Crawford was more honest than
It's
Deborah
true.
Kerr.
It's true.
In the story that you're
In
telling.
the story, yeah. That's
Joan
interesting.
Crawford was more, but when she comes off the train and looks an old
Yeah,
woman, she is showing her age. And I
That's
think
true.
it's very courageous.
I think so too. Foster and I always want to give the benefit of the doubt to we do. I try to do the same. You do it much better than I do, Foster. To see the positive and the good side of everything. There are people that we've had problems with in our careers that we just don't somehow see eye to eye, but I try never to go back. I try never to hurt them and to tell them what I really think sometimes. I have jokes with Millie Perkins over. Millie at a certain age is getting to a point where she tells the truth right there and then. And I'm saying, Millie.
You're more tactful. You're more tactful.
You can't say